Technically, I should have started at 30 seconds before 7 too.
Technically, yes, but it's what it is.
We're live.
We're live.
Do you guys realize that this is B.o.D episode number 2? We actually made it to number 2.
We made it.
With almost 50 on the first one. So, I mean,
Yeah, you know,
shit.
we did good.
I'm
Thanks to
curious
all
who the
those
50
people
views
that
were
did-
if like 10 of them were us.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter who it was. I mean, it could have been all 50 of you, Derek, if you sat there consecutively. Oh.
I'm pretty sure only a view counts as one view.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
so,
on that.
but I don't know how
Don't
that
know
stuff
how
works.
On YouTube, it counts as no, like you can watch a bunch of times and it counts as more than one view.
I don't think so because then you can view bot and then it doesn't count. It doesn't work like that.
Maybe it goes by IP address.
Possibly.
Yes, that's entirely possible.
I completely missed what you just said there. But hey, I'm excited that we're here for a second episode.
I'm disappointed that like people who I thought would be down for it are like, nah.
It is what it is. Not a
I
lot of
just don't want to
people.
sit down and talk for an hour.
We do that
Yeah,
literally
is that
every
better?
day on Xbox anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Why not sit here, bullshit, and share with what we have to say with others?
It's like I don't know how many hours I've spent probably just sitting on the Xbox home screen talking to you guys, no game open, just in the party chat. This is the same.
I mean,
thing.
yeah. Basically a party line. Like back when people had to call up a party line on their phone. And then you joined in and it was basically a party chat for everybody on your entire block.
Yep.
Well, for me, it's nice when I get homesick too, because like I miss everybody from home or who everybody's moved to different places and stuff. And it's nice that we can all chat in one virtual room rather than like Snapchatting each other individually or video chatting each other by ourselves and stuff.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
no, it's 30. I hate talking to my wall. Like, I really do. It's nice to have some human interaction every once
Especially
in a while.
right now, dude. Like people are like getting cabin fever. I guarantee there's going to be a suicide rate increase.
Derek, they don't have cabin fever. They have fucking coronavirus.
It'd
Yeah,
be a
that's
big in 9 months, I'll bet.
I've heard that there's going to be like a suicide increase and a baby boom and like a divorce rate increase because everybody being stuck inside is going to drive them crazy and either like suicide or like people fucking or people getting divorced because they're fighting with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like everybody who seems to get cooped up for a long time just loses their mind. Like you, for instance, Derek.
Yeah, okay. Fuck you. I did good on the haircut, okay?
You did mediocre. You shaved the sides of your fucking head.
It's pretty bald, Derek. I gotta say that. Like, I don't
Like,
hate it, but
where's your hair? Where's this?
And you didn't
took
really
it
have
off.
like a whole. I didn't know what I was doing, and then I was halfway through doing it, and I saw a video of how to do it, and then I was like, Peaky Blinders haircut, so I did it.
So you're kind of right, Josh.
This goes back to people just like continuously reading the internet and seeing something, or even like believing that they can do something on YouTube that they're like, oh fuck, I seen this one guy do it. He talked me through it. Shit, I got this.
I actually turned out doing better than I
tutorial.
thought. I was ready to shave my
It's
head
like
completely.
90% of tasty videos.
I was ready to shave my head completely.
Derek, this isn't a cooking video. This is somebody cutting somebody's hair, and you cut your own. This dude was probably doing it on somebody else's head as a demonstration, like as a class lecture or some dumb shit, like as a lesson.
No,
They're
it was
like,
a
this is
DIY.
how you cut somebody's hair
No,
like
it was
this.
a- no, it
Really?
was a DIY, yeah.
Derek's like, I gotta make sure that somebody did this for themselves so that I could do it.
I didn't watch the video and then decide I was going to do it. I was like, oh, I should cut my hair. I started shaving the side of my head and I went, I wonder what haircut I can make this into. And I like Peaky Blinders, the show. So I started thinking about it and I was like, the oldest brother has a cool haircut, undercut, slicked back that I like. So I was like, I Googled Arthur Shelby haircut and then I saw a DIY video. And then I was already had half the side of my head shaved. So I was like, oh, okay. I just follow through and take it up to the part line and that's it. The back was the hard part. I had to get Emma to help with the back part, and she was very not happy with me.
Well, like, was she happy with the idea in general? With
No,
when you
no, she was very angry.
shaving and cutting shit?
Yeah, no, she was pissed.
Like, I don't even. What does the back of your head? I fear to ask this. What does the back of your head look like?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's really good.
Can you see the back of my head?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I see the whole back of your head. It's very bright. I
Yeah?
seen it. I seen it. The light helped me see it. Damn it.
Emma did it. It looks good.
No. I'm not like going against the fact of whether or not like it's a well done haircut. I'm just saying you cut your fucking hair. Like there's no hair to cut right now.
I didn't do anything to the top. The top's completely.
I see that.
Hey,
You were just like,
it'll be fine after the quarantine. It'll be back to normal, so it's whatever.
I
It's
like
fine.
short sides. I don't like my ears getting itchy touching my hair and shit. I don't like how it connects to my beard. I
You're
might
gonna
keep doing this.
you're gonna have to apply sunblock if you do. Savage sunburn on your fucking.
That's true.
oh yeah.
And
Well-
you know how bad you sunburn.
I do know how bad I sunburn. Well, I wouldn't do it in the summer necessarily. No, I've gotten a haircut this short before. I had one on the sides. I asked for a skin fade in the middle of summer. My head didn't burn.
A skin fade is different than bald sides.
It's not bald. I did a skin fade.
That is
happens
not
on
a
blonde
skin
hair.
fade.
No. When you do a skin fade on blonde hair, it just looks bald no matter what you do.
Like I don't know, man. I'm looking at it on multiple screens here. It all just looks very skinnish.
No, it does.
How much hair is on the side of your head, right? Like with your fingers.
Like you can't do that with his fingers.
Yes,
There's
I can
nothing.
feel it. It feels like fuzzy, like my beard does.
Yeah.
Like, can you pull an individual hair?
No.
So that's where we're at.
Oh yeah, I can if I really pinch my nails together.
That's short.
Okay.
dude.
Wait.
That is your fucking skull. That's your head, dude. That's your dome. That's your dome piece. They're little niblets of hair. That's some peach fuzz.
It's shorter than my beard.
Yeah, that's bad. I would have liked like
It was the first attempt.
it'll grow on me that I look at you. I don't know.
To each his
Sure.
own.
I've
It's
had
fun.
hair this
Just
short. done
Take this for an
professionally
example
before.
though. Think of what other people are doing after they're stuck inside for even just 3-4 days up to a week. What people are doing on their free time that they're just like
challenges,
fuck it.
TikTok dumb shit. Yeah.
pretty much.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with you?
7-Up is rough.
Personally, I challenge you guys if you could do a better job on your own haircut. You know,
When did you
Okay.
challenge me? You're just saying that right now. Like
right now, I don't think you could do a better job.
Damn straight I couldn't. That's why I fucking trust myself in a barber shop.
You know what's crazy? I've actually gotten worse haircuts at real barbershops.
Oh, I've gotten butcher jobs on my hair. Sean knows. Shout out to Mr. Bard.
Oh my
Mr. Bard cut your hair? What?
No.
Just
I look
looked like
Mr.
okay. So Mrs. Rivard cut her hair, and
Yeah,
it
my
kind
bad.
of looked.
Yeah, it didn't look
Yeah,
good.
kinda,
It's
apparently,
like
I know.
crisis-y, but that's okay. And yeah, so then Josh went and got his haircut, and it was like around grad, and so I took a picture. No, it was before grad, and I was like, Rivard, like you look like Mr. Rivard. And then at grad, I got Mr. Rivard to take a picture with Josh, and I captioned it Rivard squared.
I have that picture somewhere. If I can
Your
find it,
hair
I'll
looked
pull it
great
up
during
and
Sean's
search
grad.
in the next episode. What?
Your hair looked great during Sean's grad.
Yeah, it's because it grew out from looking like Mr. Rivard into what I'd hoped for the haircut to look like. So there was time to make the fix before the graduation thing.
Right. My forehead definitely looks
Stuck on-
bigger with this haircut. I'm okay with it.
You're still on that portrait grind too, eh?
I don't know why you
Kate's
call it
not-
portrait. It just blurs it.
Caden's not in yet. so
The
you can't
portrait
talk.
you know what it does when you take a picture on a phone. It blurs out the background and makes whoever the picture is out pop.
Mhm.
That's why we call it the portrait grind.
Oh. I don't have that modem, or maybe I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You should believe it.
Sean,
So-
remember when
Go ahead, Derek.
we used to get like shaved bald haircuts when we were like 10?
I used to get Caesars, yeah, but one time I actually did shave my head, and I got my cousin to do it. My cousin Devin.
Really? I don't remember that. When did Devin shave your head?
Me and Mom went over there one time, and he was just fucking pig and shit happy. Oh my god, he was like, "Yeah, oh my god, I'd love to shave your head." So we did it in the bathroom.
Just cut it right down to nothing, or what?
Literally nub. Like it was the beginning of summer. I was like, "It'll grow back
Your
in 2 months."
entire head.
Dude, nub. Like I'm talking cue ball. Like I wanted to actually like lather it up and shave it, but then I was like,
No,
actually,
gives you
no,
ingrown hair.
I completely want to, and then my mom was like, no, because it won't grow back, and so I was like, okay.
That's how Michael Bow got curly hair. He used to have straight hair when he was a kid, and he shaved his head for cancer, and then it grew back kind of curly.
Yeah, he's got like a Jufro or like waves now.
Yeah.
See, as a kid growing up, I normally tried to have. Well, actually, no. I guess as a kid, I had short hair.
You just got the real spiked up front.
Yeah, I just grabbed
But, like,
some
no,
gel,
like,
gummed it up.
I have, but like like it's like where like they're all like pointed at one, and then like pointed at two, and then pointed at three. Like,
That was the frosted
No, I
tip
actually
era.
I found it out at the front. It was just like,
it was like fanned out, but
As a
because you'd
kid.
use a comb, it would fan out in like 5 little points.
yeah. And then
Or-
eventually I got to the stage where I did like the faux hawk, and
Oh,
I
I
had
had that for,
all
like,
I had
5 years,
the
too.
multicolored blend in it.
Grade 8 to
11.
12.
Yeah, no, not 12. I quit.
Yeah, that's fair. You quit in grade 11. So like 3 years. You had
I
that.
quit when I got
Trent.
cool. I got a girlfriend and started driving.
Pardon me, Josh?
Eventually- Well, I said it was the trend. It was the cool thing to do.
It was the
faux hawk.
trend.
I just
Alan Miller had a sick faux hawk.
he did.
We did have a sick hog. That was what he was known for. And then his
Yeah,
Rubik's
That's-
Cubes.
So
The weird thing is he never like his profile pictures still have a faux hawk, and it's like it's been 6 years, dude.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like that's probably what he still has. Like, you know, you find a good
It is. I
haircut.
saw him at Lone Star one time, just out of the blue randomly. It was super weird too.
Because like that's what happens to me is I'll go and I'll get the same haircut, which is just short everywhere except for a little bit longer in the front. And then I'll spike it up like this, and then when it gets too long because I have a cowlick here, I just comb it over.
You didn't used to have such a short sides though, and like I don't know. I guess it suits your beard more than your old haircuts from middle school used to.
I got her to cut it shorter this time because it just didn't look short enough, and I was like, I'm probably not going to be back for a while because
I
this
like
was
that
also
haircut, dude. It looks good to me.
this was the beginning of coronavirus.
Yeah. No, I like that haircut on you. It looks well with your beard. Otherwise, you start looking like a Gumunga Bunga caveman that your hair grows into your beard and it's just like this big fro thing.
don't talk about cavemen to Sean, because he'll pull out some Uncle Booger shit, man.
No, he will, dude. We've all seen the snaps.
We'll have that clip on the YouTube. We'll have to splice it in.
Yeah, we'll pull it up.
Just maybe. I'll have to consider it. I'll have to consult my lawyers.
You got a couple
Yeah.
of them saved up too, don't you?
Yeah, but like the good one where like I came up on the camera and I was like,
You hit your phone. Yeah, that was a good one. I have that saved.
that was the best one I got.
I agree.
Because that one was like that one was boobies out, like just in my underwear. The other one I was like in like a toga kind of thing, and I was like, people always ask me, Sean, what's it like being a caveman? And it was like,
Oh yeah,
I can't remember what the
good one.
line was, but yeah.
That's good shit. Sleepy the caveman.
One time when we on the Vancouver trip when we were in grade 9, we were in the Victoria hotel room and we shaved Cody Fonda's head in a bathtub with his pube trimmer for some reason.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Derek also fell asleep on Caleb Smith's shoulder on that trip,
yeah.
so we won't forget to mention that.
It's a 15-hour bus ride, dude. Yeah.
Sean, did you ever go on any school trips as a kid? Like farther school
I
trips?
went to Skills Canada a few times.
Yeah, I went to Skills Canada. That doesn't technically count as a school trip because I won it. I was smart
Yeah,
enough
you have to earn your way to that shit.
earn it. I built the best gravity car you ever seen in your life.
I mean a trip where it's just like, you know, even if you do get involved in a program to go along for it, but it's something that the school kind of helps you go along for the trip.
Badminton.
Like a school age trip, yeah.
I went to Zones once in Prince George for badminton.
So you're top dog down then.
Oh, dude, I was lit.
Sean, what if you went to provincials and like actually was good and like you just like
You have no idea. I tore my ACL at Zones. I couldn't play.
What if you just were like really good and like slapped everybody and then if someone's like, do you see this little fat kid over here like slapping everybody on badminton? Like,
dude, what? I was so good. I don't know any famous badminton players, so I can't say that he was the next blank because I don't know any, but I would have gone pro. And then, yeah, I went to swing and I got the birdie right in the eye because I wasn't wearing my safety glasses. I had to give them to my buddy.
A career ending?
Career ending. I scratched my cornea. Done. Could never see a birdie again. It's just too much in the light.
Trainer looked him in the one eye that he could still see from and said, "Sir, I'm sorry to tell you, but you will never play in this league again in your life."
The doctor said that it hit my one eye, and when it hit the eye, it flipped over, and with the other end of the birdie, like the piece that's coned out, scratched this cornea. I can never see a birdie again up in the lights. I can't see inside of lights.
I wonder if there's professional pickleball.
Now?
It was career
I was
ending.
just going to say, you can see pickleballs.
Pickleballs because they're not up in the skylight.
I loved pickleball, dude. From the very first time Josh ever said, "You guys want to come play pickleball?" It was so fun. I don't care. It was fun. I got better at it, and I actually was good at it by the end.
You did
definitely progress.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it actually kept me fit. Like, no word of a lie. I felt like it was definitely like good exercise. Like, I was stoked to go.
Not right now, but I guarantee you have pickleball courts or like indoor pickleball courts.
Yeah, our landlord said that their pickleball tournament got canceled.
I'd assume so, yeah.
Fuck that vibe. I'll go and play some pickleball. Maybe I'll find some stranger and go
I like pickleball.
Shovel it off and play a couple.
Play with yourself? Jesus, that would be fun. Shit, super high up in the air, fucking just run.
I suppose you could play pickleball on a squash court by yourself if you really wanted to, like hit it off the wall and ping pong, and then hit it off the wall and ping pong.
Probably.
Yeah, but then you're not playing against anybody.
Yeah, you're just playing by yourself. Might as well play squash.
That'd be like practice.
Yeah.
Do that.
I think I would enjoy squash or racquetball. It's such a white old people sport.
See, and that's such a lie because my dad.
Racquetball is so hard. Dad used to play racquetball, Derek.
Yeah, I know.
See, when like I guess older guys now were younger, you used to grind that shit. That was the game to play.
It hurts when you get hit by them, and the ball starts to get bouncier and bouncier because it heats up. It's really hard at first, and then as it hits on the walls, it like gets bouncier and bouncier, and so it comes back at you and it hits you, and it'll give you a welt.
Bitch.
It'll give you.
We got some courts here in Nate at the school, and my dad's like, "Yeah, you should get a couple buddies. You grab some rackets and go down there." I was like, maybe.
Probably.
They have one at the YMCA here. I wanted to play because they have handball. They have European handball inside a basketball court. They have like little soccer net things, and it's like basically just like soccer, but you just like hum the ball into the net with your hand.
So soccer then.
European handball.
But
I feel like I've heard of it, but I've never even seen it before.
Basically, you have a little ball the size of like a wiffle ball, but it's pretty heavy and like
a pickleball, or like bigger than a pickleball,
it's
like
heavy.
an actual wiffle ball.
So like a tennis ball, but like hard.
Yeah, like a hard tennis ball.
So like a pickleball size. Yeah, Josh, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I got it.
And then like it's like soccer, like it's like 3-on-3 or 4v4, and like you have a net on either end, and you have a keeper, and then you like pass it to each other, and then you like throw it in the net, and that's you score.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
So it's water polo without the water.
Yeah, we played it in high school in the gym. You know what else was a good time? Was water polo at the pool this summer with you guys.
The water polo?
Yeah, that was a great time. Oh my god, the boys got so rowdy though. I'm surprised nobody got eye poke because I got scratched a few times.
I'm surprised we didn't get out.
No doubt, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember when I used to go as a kid, like 8 or 9 years old, I'd go to the swimming pool, and then people that were older than me, like Derek's age, would be, or like people older than Derek even, but like I still know who they are.
Mhm.
They'd be like doing the same thing, just rambunctious shit in the deep pool, and then all of a sudden they'd be grabbing their stuff and getting kicked out. And it's like I'm surprised that they were just relaxed because they'd like look at us trying to drown each other, and we'd just be like, "Oh, we're fine. Like we're just having a good time." They're like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, that'll be fine.
I mean, at least we like.
Yeah, no, I do. I remember that the like older kids would always get kicked out for just being like not even stupidly rambunctious, but just rambunctious
Something
to the point
like a
where like
double
one
back
ball.
dive or something.
Yeah, that's some fair shit.
Oh,
And
that's
they'd be
not
like,
allowed.
yeah, they'd be like, no, we gotta shut down the diving board now. Like you just ruined it for everybody. Like that was pretty bad.
Back talk one time, they'd be like, "Why?" Because I perfected a double backflip, and they'd be like, "All right, get out of here."
I remember
Pretty
more
much.
so at the old pool, not at the Ken Borg pool. I remember the old pool, like by Sean's house, like the Centennial.
I have like one memory of there, and it was I walked down the first steps into the lowest part of the pool, and I couldn't stand. Like it was above my head, so I was so scared. I was like, I don't know what to do because I couldn't swim.
No, I have like a lot of vivid memories of that place because they had like school swimming lessons there, and like they had like
You're also 3 years older than me.
true. They had this big like jumpy floaty thing that like people would like fight on and like push each other off of it.
It was
and, like,
the big
jump on
that
it
went
and then like
across and it rolled.
yes sir. We used to like have like King of the Hill matches on that thing, dude.
I remember that shit.
I do remember
I have
that.
a couple
I don't-
memories of that pool.
That thing was crazy, dude. I can't believe we didn't have any like actually injuries from people pushing each other off that thing and stuff.
But oddly enough, I have more vivid memories of my like preschool's pool because the CDC has a pool.
Yeah, but it's like 3 feet deep.
No, it has like the beginning 3 feet, and then it goes like 4 feet, and then 5 feet.
Yeah. There's also only one room. Like you could have had that in your house. It's so small.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. If I ever make it big, I'm definitely putting a pool in my house.
Inside, like in, not just in your backyard. Like
I mean, if I'm still
Indoor
an adult,
swimming pool.
there's not one chance that I could have it outdoors. But I mean, yes, if I was in somewhere nice, I'd have it outdoors. If I was not in somewhere nice, I'd invest that much money to have it indoors.
dude, like every house on this block has a pool out in the backyard. In
Even
ground.
if it's, can't you get like heated pools now? So even through the winter, your pool still will be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it has to.
Heated one,
Yeah.
but it doesn't get like. I don't think it gets that hot though, because you can't have it at, like. Actually, does it? Can you have
if
it
they
hot
want
enough?
to. Yeah, they can crank it if they want to.
Like
they
it
just
could be a
don't.
big hot tub pool.
Not hot tub, I don't think, but could you have it hot enough that it wouldn't freeze over?
Oh yeah. You could have it like plus 10.
What? So then how cold? So then how cold do you think you can make it? Or how cold do you think it would have to be outside for it to eventually freeze? I guess that's a better way to say it.
Well, you just it uses your house's electricity to always keep it at 10 or 15 degrees Celsius.
It's all wired to the house, Josh. So you go up to the house and you like code in how
Yeah, the
hot
hou-
you want.
Yeah, the house has a goddamn control panel on the side.
So basically, it wouldn't ever get cold enough to
Freeze over.
freeze over because it would just use more electricity to heat it.
That's fair. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
They just got solar like this last week during the COVID catastrophe. They've had people on our roof of our house like all day.
That's really
Oh
cool.
yeah, through contamination, they should be home, not installing your bullshit solar panel.
Well, they're only talking to each other on the roof, so it's not really that big of an issue.
They're only talking to each other, and they're fully suited up in quarantine gear. I promise.
I saw a dude in a hazmat suit at the dollar store the other day. Was it like a legit?
No way. Really?
Yeah, it was yellow, and
That's some shit you take a picture of.
he had the
That's-
same mask as me, and I was like, holy shit. So it was like the $50 mask and then like a $100 suit.
You know
What?
that you're a bit overboard. Not the guy
Yes,
in the you, because you have the same mask as this guy that went way
I don't have a
over.
suit though.
This guy that's wearing a tinfoil hat, like
No,
you
Emma
went.
thought the suit was like a joke. Like she thought it was
Like,
like
was
a
it
teenager.
full-fledged?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I just thought it was an expensive joke because it's a $50 mask and like easily a $100 yellow suit.
Maybe the suit was just from a Halloween costume or something.
It looked pretty legit to me. Had a hood and like
Did it?
drawstrings and stuff.
So it's pretty legit, dude.
Looked pretty legit.
It had a hood and drawstrings. That shit's
Yeah.
legit as fuck.
It also had like Velcro on the rubber boots, so like I don't know if he was like just joking or like I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't think what I did is overboard. I couldn't get the smaller mask, so I was forced to get the big honking gas mask one.
When did you buy it? Like when this whole state of quarantine bullshit started going down?
Yeah, last Monday on the 16th. That was the day the craziness started because that was the day the borders closed.
Derek has it all written down as you saw last episode.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
look, I have
Got
COVID
it.
craziness started, self-isolation start last Sunday on the 15th because we were going to do 2 weeks of self-isolation at home. The 11th of March, pandemic declared.
Yeah,
The
Derek,
last day I had at school was the 12th.
Hey, Derek,
we
you
covered this last Thursday.
Oh yeah.
You're
All
fine.
the days are kind of blurring together for me, you know.
No, I don't know. Actually, I do kind of know. I thought that it was Wednesday today.
Yeah, me too. When Josh texted me, I'm like, "What?"
See, I'm still on my days. I know where I'm at. Thankfully.
I still don't care.
Tyler's out here sending shit to the group. Not caring about us.
That's okay.
I can't believe he won't even.
I could check it on my computer, but
I don't know why he won't even watch the stream.
Working out. Check in after if you want. Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said earlier to me. I was playing Apex. He said that his buddy was coming over after work and they were having a coronavirus workout.
Crushing a few viruses out of the system, eh?
Yeah.
So, on another note, should we talk about Apex versus Warzone?
Yes.
The fact that Warzone sucks dick.
I
Apex
disagree.
doesn't
I
suck.
like it. It doesn't suck.
Saying
Name one thing that
I
sucks.
agree with that.
Oh, my papers fell off. We're getting more echo. Name me why it sucks.
Name me why it sucks.
List off
Okay.
things. List off cons of the game.
There's too many people. The map is too big. The movement is too slow. The gas does too much damage. The people do too much damage. And the gulags is gay.
Love the gulags. I can actually come back from it and get kills, and usually I suck at one-on-one firefights. Gas does not do too much. Okay, gas. If you get hit by that, you're already an idiot because even I don't get hit by it and die, and I get hit from Circle and Apex all the fucking time. Constantly, I die from Circle and Apex. I've died one time from Circle in the COD Battle Royale.
Not to mention that the game take like fucking 45 minutes
They
to
do
play.
take a long time, and I think they should slow it down to a 2v2, like a dubs. I think they should do dubs.
What? No, that would make it even slower. What you need is a smaller map and faster movement.
Yeah, take half the map, put it in dubs, and have 50 people instead of 100. That would make it completely fine.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd go to 50 people in dubs on the half that map. I would even enjoy 70, 75.
Josh, can you imagine a fast-paced firefight like in the initial prison? Like when we go prison and it's like goofing around in the initial.
I don't know if he just lagged out right there.
Something happened.
I think we just lost Derek. Folks, we lost contact with Derek. For a second, I thought everything was fucked up. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to stop something. I'm gonna have to do something." Okay, well, I'm gonna put my piece of word on this. Yeah, fuck Derek. He'll come back. I'm hoping. I think the circle does too much damage. Agreed there. But the circle is slow. Derek's right on that point with saying that if you do get caught in it, it's kind of your fault. Like it's happened a couple times to me where it is like final circle and it's just like, oh fuck, I got into a gunfight, I'm not paying attention, I just got caught in the circle and I'm fucked. Because it does a lot of damage. But you get gas masks. So I've learned to stay on top of always keeping a gas mask on because it'll give you that brief 5 seconds of, oh shit, I'm in the smoke, to run out and get out of it because you can chase out. I think the map size is also growing on me just because people are noticing the hot zones and the non-hot zones basically. So if you drop where it's going to be good, normally you get the advantage of circle closing. Hello?
My internet done goofed.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. That's okay. I was just talking about some of my things about COD. I think the map is a decent size. I just think that people are dropping in different sections too much. So like some of it is a long game, some of it's shorter game. Like me, John, and Cage played a game today. I think it was 14 minutes, and we copped a dub with 19 kills. Me and John had over 2,500 damage each. And it's just about finding different like routes and situations to cover yourselves and run throughout the entirety of the map. So we just had the circle constantly closing on us.
It's just so inconsistent because that's one game that you guys got.
It is inconsistent.
Versus Apex is literally always roughly like 16 to 18 minutes, guaranteed. Just
That's
about.
what I don't really like about Apex is it's like boring.
It's 12 minutes.
See, but the thing I don't like about Apex anymore is the lack. Well, no, see, and I don't think it's grindy at all. I think COD is grindy. The fact that somebody has to come in if they don't even have this game and they have to start off at level 0, can't even edit classes or nothing, and jump into this battle royale where they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. That's pretty difficult. So the grind in COD is 10 times higher than what it is in Apex. I think the looting system in COD is 10 times better than it is in Apex. I've had multiple games in Apex where I run around and I struggle to even find a gun, and I've opened 8 different containers already. And in Apex, I don't find a gun. It's consistent. Where in COD, I open a container or I walk into a building, there's something sitting there for me to grab. It's instantly. Like, I'm never without a gun in COD.
Well, you're never without a gun anyway because you got a pistol, so you're never really
exactly. You spawn in with a pistol. So
I love that you spawn in with a pistol, and I think every battle royale should do that. PUBG, you should get that 9mm. Apex, you should spawn with a P2020. I totally agree with spawning with a secondary.
I think if Apex had I don't mind that Apex is fist because it's a faster paced. You can get away from somebody, and you can also fist fight somebody to try and get the dub. But I think Apex needs to have a better looting system because, like I said, in COD you can walk in and pick up a crate and instantly get a gun, or walk into a building and instantly get a gun. And in Apex, I've had times where I've run around for a good minute or opened 8 containers and get 0 weapons, and it sucks because then it's like, okay, now everybody's in a gunfight. What's that?
That's why.
Yeah, you'll always find like 2 knockdown shields or a whole bunch of meds or a helmet or.
That's why I like how forgiving the Call of Duty Warzone is, because like even if someone has an assault rifle, if you get the drop on them and you have a pistol, you can kill them. It's not fist versus gun in Apex where you're completely boned.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've killed multiple people with a pistol and they had a primary weapon in Warzone.
I think that is sweet that you have a starting weapon. And then again, like it's really difficult to fully compare these two games because they're completely different.
Also, the fact that Sean hates Gulag is ridiculous because that's the part that I love. Almost like one of the main selling points for me is that it's more forgiving than Apex. If you're toast in Apex, your friends have to revive you. It's all up to them. If they don't care about you enough, they'll just leave your ass for dead and not revive you at all. Say, sorry, bud, got to cop the dub. But if you win the Gulag, you come back, and it's up to you whether you.
If you lose the Gulag, it's the exact same thing as Apex.
Exactly, but you still have that chance to win the Gulag if your friends are busy or they can't get you back or don't have enough money. So like,
the reason that I like COD's respawn system is because technically you got multiple ways of coming back. One, you died, so you got the Gulag. If you don't make that, your teammates can buy you back. There's you can buy yourself a self-res, which is dope as hell. In the one game mode, Thunder, that's a constant respawn game mode, which is kind of cool.
I haven't played that one yet.
Staying on the battle royale, there's no chance. Like even when you do die, there's no timer of being like, oh, your teammates can't bring you back. Like They can buy you back whenever you want. In Apex, if you don't grab somebody's banner, you're hooped. And if that banner is hot and full of enemies, like there's no way that you can go and grab that. It's a suicide run. But in COD, if you die and you're like, dude, don't push it. There's 2 squads fighting right there. Like you can wait, but it's like wait till you can get the money or wait for a respawn. You can plan that shit out. And Apex is just so forward into it. So it's like I said, it's hard to compare these two games because you've got one that's extremely fast paced and futuristic, and then COD, who continued to stay boots on the ground. You can drive vehicles in this. It is a very large map. There's lots of differences.
I think that Apex is just the reason the reason I like Apex more is because it's like it's just more interesting. Like things happen.
Apex is more of an esport. It's a better esport. I will give you that.
It's just like you're in a fight and then all of a sudden, boom, there's somebody's ultimate, like a barrage from Bangalore or something, or Caustic throws a gas trap. It's like you have to work around things like that. It's not just like, oh, this guy got the draw on me and shot me with 2 fucking bullets, or oh, I see this guy running, bang, 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 he's dead.
See, but again, that's where these games are different in comparison. Like you get in Apex your abilities and stuff, whereas in COD you get lethals and equipment. You have grenades to throw and stuff like that.
Apex is literally just an Overwatch battle royale. Like it has characters who have abilities. COD is completely different kind of battle royale because there's no characters, there's no character abilities. Everybody's on an equal playing field with their playstyle, pretty much.
Well, yeah, and I just screwed myself up there because I meant to word it differently. So Apex has they have their grenades. COD has their grenades, but Apex's abilities is like COD having their score streaks. So you can go out and you can buy now a precision.
Yeah, I got a dirty airstrike
get a cluster. Yeah, you can get a cluster strike or whatever, and those are your elements that you have to base it around. Like you have to work around that kind of shit, right?
Josh, do you remember when I airstriked that helicopter and killed all those people? That was like complete fluke.
Oh yeah.
That was ridiculous.
It's just like things like that. Like I guess things like that can happen, but yeah, I enjoy COD more than Apex now, just because it does feel like more of a grind. It's more of a challenge. It feels
Apex feels punishing to me, and it makes me mad. COD doesn't make me mad. I won't rage at that, even if it's bullshit in the gulag. I won't get mad. Apex makes me mad because I feel like I can do absolutely nothing. The skill gap is so high in Apex.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's something about the gulag that I would change is the weapons. Fuck their pistols and fuck their stupid shotguns. Especially when you get given the revolver or the R90 shotgun or whatever that one is. Because every time it seems like people can one-shot me with those stupid guns, and I walk up and my shit just doesn't even hit them. Like nothing comes close to them. They're just terrible.
The Springfield XD45 or whatever the hell the semi-auto pistol is in the gulag. I always win with that.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad one.
That's the thing though that Derek was saying. There's the skill gap in Apex. I find that there's still the skill gap in COD, except for that's where it comes out is in the gulag. So you might be the good person. You might roll up and one shot somebody and be like, oh, this guy was fucking garbage. But shoe on the other foot, you might like try and run around a bunch of corners like trying to find this person, and then they're behind you and shoot you with a pistol in the back of the head.
I will agree there's a skill gap with COD, but at least it's a familiar skill gap. If you've played shooter games, you can understand how to shoot. Apex, you really have to keep up to date on characters and abilities and how everything works to be put together in the larger scheme of things. And you can get dunked on if you don't understand what you're doing in Apex. If you can get lucky in COD, whereas if you don't understand how a caustic trap works and you shoot it, oh wow, I'm dead now. Great.
Yeah, there's that. I don't know. I find Apex to be a very easy grind.
Games.
Yeah.
And it's hard to compare them. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I guess it's just each to his own.
I'm not good at Apex, and after hours and hours of playing it, I just play to have fun with the boys, and I'm still bad at it. I haven't improved a whole lot, and it just makes me angry because of how like punishing it is. I will never,
We can all just agree though that Fortnite is the worst battle royale. Oh, PUBG is pretty fucking bad.
It was good
Actually,
when
yeah,
it came.
no. I enjoyed No. When the two games were out, I enjoyed Fortnite over PUBG. I
Yeah,
have to give it that.
but that
And I
was also,
played.
to be fair, when they were both just like battling head to head, those two games, Fortnite wasn't a bunch of sweaty fucks building towers and castles.
Oh yeah, everybody did know what they're doing then.
So it was still fun because they were like, people were like building a wall and then a wall
See,
and then a
but
stairs.
it's not that people didn't know what they were doing in Fortnite. It's that people were more tactical at the beginning of the game, so they were like, okay, let's build a fucking fortress and let's just hold corners. In this now,
The
people are
meta
like, you
hadn't
know what?
been
Fuck
patched
it.
then
The next
either, though.
5 minutes, I'm
Yeah.
building a tower.
People just run and then they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. They build it as they're running. Like it's not a tower.
Yeah.
It's a maze.
Yeah, and they're like,
That's the thing
I'll
is
try
that,
and
like-
pop a shot at them every once in a while when we come close, but fuck, I'll just keep building up.
Early on in
Yeah.
Fortnite was at its best because it didn't have all these tweaks and meta updates and patches and stuff for
Yeah,
like
keybinds right off the first.
sure, but they didn't have a bunch of new weapons. They had a pretty basic.
Yeah, but I don't think
Loot
any of that had a
setup.
factor in it. Like, I noticed that most of the weapons in Fortnite were fairly balanced. Like there was a couple times the shotguns were like, okay, that was pretty fucking iffy. Like they played around with their shotguns, but they knew it. And that's one thing that I did give. Like, I guess I liked that they did this. Was their developers were always on top of their
Oh,
shit.
they were on that shit. Yeah.
You know, somebody got a complaint
Said,
about.
oh, I don't like this. Boom. Like,
Yeah, they changed it. And, you know, they had a new map basically every fucking week or every month, whatever it was.
You want to
Like,
know
they
why?
had
I'll tell you why.
every-
Because Fortnite is the only thing that company does, right?
Oh, yeah.
EA has a huge company, and then they're not 100% devoted to Apex. The developers of Fortnite, that's all they do. They develop Fortnite. That's all they do. That's their job. Their job is to stay on top of that shit. So, like, even COD won't get a patch for a while because, like, it's too big. They got more shit to do. So, like, Apex
Well,
is very...
that's-
Fortnite's very responsive, yeah.
Well, and
Very
that's another thing, though, is like when Fortnite made their game, that's not a big game, dude. That's not huge. The map is tiny. You don't play against a lot of dudes. It's
I'm a big company.
animated. It's animated cartoons. So it's a fairly simple
quite a
thing.
bit of people. It's still
Well, yeah,
100, no matter
in
if you're playing
Fortnite?
solo, duos, or squads.
yeah, but I'm not saying like the map is crazy over detailed. It's all made out of cartoon and stuff too. So
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, if you turn the
overall
textures down on
updates-
Fortnite, it looks like Play-Doh.
It was
well, yeah,
still
Play-Doh.
people in Apex, though.
What?
It's still more people than Apex. Apex is only 60 people flat.
Yeah, that's fair. But Apex is a very detailed game, so even if they're going to do a map update or something, that dev team is going to have to work overtime if they're going to like,
long.
yeah, because they're trying to really revamp a map, and they went for it on their second map, like of making a different map for Apex. They changed everything, basically.
The whole game completely different. I actually liked Apex more before in the original old map, and I didn't feel as dog shit as I do now. Like back when it first came out, like last February or whatever, when we first were playing like the beta, and like I played it for a few months with you guys, and I don't know. I like all games off the start better than when people become sweaty and that's all they play, and it's like the skill gap is intensified.
Yeah, but that's just
Same as I like Call of Duty and Battlefields during the beta because everyone sucks, so it's hilarious. It's just all luck and shooting skill. No one's figured out camping spots or cheats or hacks or anything to that degree.
No, but people will find what the best gun is, though, and then they'll just use the ever-living piss out of it, like in Advanced Warfare. I believe that was the first COD that had a beta. I think
And then it
was
gets nerfed.
You got the paid beta or whatever. And I remember the ASM 1 and Val were immediately
I'll
off
pee
the
real quick.
for
1 sec.
the best guns in the game.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what Derek said. Did he take it? He's taking a pee.
Yes, sir.
Guess you should have told him to do that beforehand too, not just grab a drink.
No.
I don't know what I'm going to name this yet for uploading it on YouTube, but God damn it! Hopefully we get more views. 'Cause tonight this is dead.
Man, I have
We've had
such a small
total of, like,
bladder.
20 different people
Like
bouncing
one
out
glass
of
of tea and one glass of water, and I just gotta piss.
I've got the bladder the size of a horse. I piss once every 24 hours.
Be the size of
a good one.
that's the saying.
What is it?
Size of a camel.
Oh yeah,
But I guess horse as well, because it's like I gotta piss like a racehorse is another saying.
I got to race like a piss horse.
God.
Oh, I thought it was Derek the other day. You were looking at PG. What was it? PG PETA phrases.
No, it's Sean.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was you.
What phrases?
You were looking at PG PETA phrases or something like that, like feed 2 pigeons with 1 scone or some shit instead of kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh. PETA. Yes. Yeah, I didn't know what you were saying.
Oh, sorry, not PETA.
No, I didn't know what you were saying.
Yeah, that's stupid shit. You were in the party talking about it. I didn't even know what you were talking about at first. All I heard was feed 2 birds with 1 scone or something. I was like, what the fuck is he on about? Like, did you really just say feed 2 birds with 1 stone? I was like, I think so. And then he started going into detail about it. You know, like, yeah, I'm looking up a whole fucking list of them right now. I ever heard this one. I'm like, what is this?
Eat a fed horse instead of beat a dead horse.
Seeing like half of these phrases though, I've never even heard. Like, who uses beat a dead horse?
I do.
Everybody. Yeah, it's when overkill. It just means overkill.
It's like when you're just going on and on and on and on about something. Yeah, you're just beating a dead horse.
Oh. Actually, okay, now that you use it in a sentence like that, I guess I've heard it before. But there's some weird ones that you were talking about that came up, and I was like, yeah, I've never heard that shit before.
No, a lot of them I hadn't heard either. I've seen like 5 or 6 of them.
How'd you come across it?
I saw them once on a meme like a long time ago, and then just because I thought it was so funny, instead of saying kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I just started saying feed 2 birds with 1 stone. just to be funny, like just so I think it's hilarious.
Funny. It makes people like think twice if they heard you right. And why did I just yawn? It's like 10 to 8.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we have just under 15 minutes left of this. So let's close it off with the final thing of what would be the ideal battle royale. What would you guys like to see as an ideal battle royale?
Okay.
Because I like what COD did. I like how, like, there's a couple of things that I would honestly take from a few different games. It would be hard to build the ideal battle royale because everybody obviously tries to do that. What?
For me, I like the cartoon. I like cartoons like Apex or like Fortnite. I love the cartoon versions versus like PUBG or COD, where it's like realistic.
Yeah.
You just like the art style aesthetic, or
so
what?
let me cut the line for cartoon and realistic at Titanfall. Futuristic. So it's not realistic because it's
that'll
not
look like Halo. That'll just be Halo.
But it would no, because it would be like
Halo
an Apex.
Battle Royale.
It would be like an Apex, but it would be a futuristic. I don't know, like a futuristic warfare
on Advanced Warfare. It would be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
So dude, can you imagine fucking a Titanfall battle royale with mech suits? A mech suit battle royale.
Do you remember? Because do you remember Advanced Warfare? How like they had your tactical came out of your hand. It was like boom,
like boom. Yeah, it made a funny noise and everything.
I think a Halo battle royale would actually be really cool. Yo, Rainbow Six Siege Battle Royale.
Somebody said that the other day. I think it was John or something in the party with me, and I was like, damn, you know what? That's something to think about. That would be a weird battle royale, especially if they kept the mechanics of Rainbow, and you could like walk in places and peek shit. That would be like
breach individual houses. Yeah.
That'd be like that'd be some crazy shit.
But at the same time, bro, could you imagine Final Circle and it's like inside a house and you walk in and just 3 people are sitting there like this?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking nuts.
I also think that just the way that or like how many characters there are in it, I think that they would have to cut it down or like nerf them.
I think
Because
they
I
should
think-
cut it down to the original roster.
I just think that they would be like not necessarily too many, but I think that they would be too OP in scenarios like that. Let's say that you do have Final Circle and you have a Frost and a Jaeger, and I'm trying to think of somebody else.
So
That's
then
OP.
hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. They plan to have 50 characters for attackers and defenders. What if they did lobbies of 25 for the battle royale? That means 5 that's 5
Like
teams of
groups
5. And you would play it on, let's say, the way that they did the Modern Warfare, or this
Yes,
Warzone,
you'd
how
have-
it's like all
you'd
the
have-
different maps.
and whatever, and
so
they'd be all
you have these
this.
different maps or whatever. You have 5 teams. I wouldn't even say drop in. I'd say almost at the corners of the map, everybody starts in, but it would be randomized every time. And you
like a
run.
Pentagon, whatever.
Run to different locations and different houses in your squads of 5, like you would in Rainbow, and then you just start killing.
The only
And-
thing, I think you'd have to have more than 5 places, because if you only had 5 places, people would fortify their single spot, and whoever got circle would be the winner. Basically, that's it.
I think there just
And-
wouldn't be a circle. It would just be a
Circle would go to the middle spot. You couldn't have that because that would just suck.
battle
people-
royale as a genre has circle, but I think people need to move away from that because, like, yes, the space constraint is what makes battle royales.
Because then you can have somebody at the fucking top left corner of
East
the map.
end.
You're at the bottom, you're at the bottom right, and there's only 2
Yeah,
squads left. There's no chance that a group of 3 is going to find that, or like a group of 4, or a group of 2.
Yeah,
I think what would be cool if you wanted to constrain the idea of running around through a time limit and having a circle constrain somebody. What if it was like you made a reasonable size map where when it got down to, let's say, the last 3 squads, if there was no circle moving in, and it would definitely have to be a small enough map where you wouldn't have that issue of like bottom right, top left kind of thing, somebody being so far away. But when it did turn into getting, let's say, top 5 squads, the map would automatically transform and change into something much more condensed and close quarters. So you would basically, so it would be like another futuristic thing. Imagine Titanfall and just being warped out into a different map and spawning in and being like, okay, so this is the final round, and there's 5 squads left.
So I have 2 things. The first thing I was going to say, until you said your full sentence, I was going to say they could have it like in overtime of COD, where it gives you like the single flag, and it's like if you don't get in here in the next 10 seconds, like you're
That'd
fucked.
be
Like
cool. Every map generates a different spot.
second thing I was going to say, which would be kind of like putting your first sentence and my first idea kind of together. Do you remember Wii Sports Resort? And like what was that called? Like the sword fighting?
like,
And-
getting knocked out of the ring.
When time started to come down, like the rings fell off.
Yeah.
So if you did the futuristic type thing, if you didn't get to that circle in the next 30 seconds, the map fucking falls straight down. If you're not in there, you're dead. And that would make that group of whatever, if you're on your ones, there's the chance that your entire team could be dead because they didn't get in there fast enough and the thing just falls. Like there is no, because if you're in a storm or like if you're in a circle, there's always those people that stay way
They're
behind
running out.
and they're in the circle, but then they're just meting up, and it's like, oh my god, you're not even like playing the game right, like how they want you to. You're like,
So
Cheating.
your idea still contains the general concept of a circle, but yours would go with the futuristic game style and almost be, let's say you'd generate a floating island and it would crumble.
okay, so I
Like
don't mean like
Sky
circles
Skyblock.
necessarily. Okay, I don't necessarily mean circles though. I mean like, because it wouldn't be like, oh, if you're not here in the next minute, this ring falls down and then it goes to the next one. If you're not here in the next minute, it would be, you have that full small sized map and you have the 5 groups of 5. And then if there's only like 3 squads left, it would be like, okay, like here's the spot, like here's the one just final circle, like this is where you guys have to fight in, because then it would only be like maybe 20 meters by 20 meters kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then everything around that in that next 3 minutes would just fall down, and it would be you play in that 20 meters by 20 meters, and if you don't, you're fucked.
Yeah. I know you guys have never played like weird battle royale games, but I've played like the Cuisine Royale and stuff.
Like that. Yeah, I've never,
There
but
was
yeah,
there was one that I played that was really really weird, but the map was set up in different octagons, and so let's say there was 8 octagons on this map, and eventually the quadrants would just become locked. And so it would be like if you were in that quadrant, an alarm would be going off, and it was like you have to get out of the zone because it's about to lock. If it locks and you're inside, like you lost the game. You got lost in the map.
yeah.
So instead of it closing in, it was all these different octagons that eventually would be like, okay, quadrant E2 is closing, quadrant E1 is closing, whatever, and all these different sections. And eventually it would just be like this sporadical little even line it could be of a map or a line straight across whatever of just 8 or 3 octagons left. So that was
realize what we're doing, right?
They could have it where, let's say there's 8 octagons, so it'd be like in a weird kind of spread, so it wouldn't just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of thing. It would be like all weird lines. It would just be like, these 5 zones are closing. You have to get to these 3 zones, and there's still 60 people left. And then it would be hella quick. And then after those, and then those 3 close up with another 2, or like with another 2 over here, and you have to get to those middle 2 again, or something like that.
Have you guys realized that we're all literally like combining portions and elements of our favorite battle royales into one massive mega fucking?
Well, that's what the whole generalized concept was. That's what I was trying to.
Developer wants to do, though, is they're trying to find things that people like from other
best. Yeah.
And that's exactly so. Like, if a game that is already out sees something that a game that just came out has, like Apex had the vaults. Fortnite was like, oh my god, the vaults are a great idea. That's the next update. We'll have vault keys and shit.
Mm-hmm. See, and I think that's going back to COD real quick. That's one thing I loved that they did. It's new. It doesn't even remind me of their old shitty fucking. I don't even know if this is the same dev team that made the old BR game for COD, but this is new, really new to me.
I think it just feels BR for one day.
It doesn't feel like a regular battle royale, and I think that's why I don't necessarily like it. Is I don't think I've played enough of it to enjoy it. Kind of like how I am with Rocket League. Is I really don't enjoy the game, but I think if I played it more and more and I got better at it, I'd probably enjoy it.
Well, because I just thought about it. Like when Apex first came out, we were always grinding Fortnite. I played Apex, but I'd still go back to being like, oh, this is kind of like a piece of Fortnite, or this is like Fortnite in some way, or they kind of matched Fortnite. In this Warzone, I haven't once said, damn, this is like Fortnite, or this is like Apex, or this is like, it's kind of, it looks like, and it has the feel of,
it's like a big COD multiplayer.
What? A big COD multiplayer?
Well, like the COD doesn't feel like other battle royales. It feels like itself. COD feels like other Call of Duty games. That battle royale feels like other.
Yeah, but that's why.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That's why I think COD this time released the big ass ground wars and ground game modes to play like almost Battlefield, because they allowed you to.
Don't like about the game is that it does not feel like any other Call of Duty.
It feels like Battlefield. That's why I love it. I like Battlefield. It feels like Battlefield.
I wouldn't say that VR feels like Battlefield.
No, but the game does. It feels like fucking Battlefield 4.
I just say all in all, just the movement and everything of the game feels like Battlefield. It doesn't feel like any COD ever.
No,
I don't know. Playing Modern Warfare, playing Rust, you dusted our asses. It felt exactly like Modern Warfare 2 Rust, just different guns.
It does not feel the same as Rust. It is so slow to run around in that Rust.
They made the map bigger. The graphics.
The scale's off. Yeah, the scale's off.
There's just some things that you can't pull away from the original.
No, but even if, like, let's say hypothetically, let's go back to Black Ops, or like, let's say if they had Black Ops 2 come out now, and they did the same thing, they put out Shipment or something on Black Ops 2, it would be a whole different kind of shit show.
Okay, well then why'd you dust our ass on Rust then if it's not the same as other CODs you've played?
Because Sean just is naturally good at Call of Duty shooter games.
I suppose. He could
I
dust me
suppose.
1v1 on Rust if we threw up 1 more for 2 right now. He'd kick my ass, no problem.
Well, yeah, because he's naturally good at shooters, and you just named one of the shooters that he was an all-time god at and grinded at, just like every other teenage childhood kid would have done.
I taught him how to play that game, and he far
Dude, there's a
surpassed
whole
me.
different kind of grind I did, bro. We didn't even have internet. Like, we'd play out at my grandma's house and we didn't have internet, and I prestiged in multiplayer. I got all the way to level 70
in the local play.
in local play and prestige.
That's when you know you play too much.
Like, that's how hard I went on that fucking game, dude. Oh my god, I loved it.
But you also had 4 players connected, and then just killing AFK people.
Yeah, but
No,
that's
I-
just a training process.
I would play with Sebastian, or I'd play with you, or I'd play with Logan. Like, that was the thing, as we were kids. It was 2009. I was 8 years old.
I can't really
And so,
tell.
yeah, if
Oh
he
my
was
god,
by
you're only
himself,
8 years
I'd
old.
assume
Fuck
that he
me.
played with some bots.
There was
They
no
didn't have
bot.
bots.
That was
That was
the thing,
Black
is
Ops 1 and
I would
2.
have had to like
Oh, yeah.
reconnect it. I would have had to like connect a controller, put it on guest or something. But
Mhm.
then that shit was stupid. I wouldn't fucking power level.
Hmm.
Sebastian wasn't very good at it, and then eventually he started getting better, and then Logan taught me how to quickscope on that game, and then I progressed better than he was. And
I think Logan was who taught you how to be good at shooter games because he's always been good no matter what. I didn't have to teach him shit.
no, Logan. Okay, no. Here's the thing. Logan used to never like when we first sat down and started playing Xbox with Logan, like back on the Xbox 360 on like Modern Warfare 2. Logan didn't aim in. Logan would be shooting with a vector, but he'd be like not aiming in, but he'd be hitting shots. Like he'd be murking. And so then I was like, bro, press down your left like trigger. Like, what are you doing? He was like, aims down sights. It was just immediately a whole different side of Logan. It was crazy.
That's funny.
The funny thing is with Sebastian, we like had to teach him like how to walk and crawl. Like it literally felt like teaching a kid
Yeah.
like how to
Beginning
know
of
the
playing
ABCs. Like it
very bad.
wasn't just bad. He was like dumb. Like he didn't get it. Like
Some people just don't get
I
a
think
grasp of
like
things
Seb
like
like when he was like probably in high school, he started to get a bit smarter.
They just don't have good motor skills with their hands. They have to like watch it.
Well, now Seb can
Yeah,
dust me
that's-
in Apex. So how do you explain that?
that. Just
Practice.
practice.
It'd be like how you weren't good at Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
get good at it
fair.
over time.
You just weren't good with your fingers on the buttons over here without looking at them.
Eventually, you
I
recognize.
never hit that
what
orange one.
things are
I
and you
still
don't have
can't
to
do the
look
orange one. I
yourself.
never could do that.
Yeah, because that's your hand-eye coordination, like your dexterity and shit.
No, my pinky isn't big enough to move down past the blue one.
I know, but that's the thing is that you move down the thing. That's how you're supposed to
Mhm.
play is you move down it.
Oh,
And it's just hand-eye coordination to go back to the just original 4.
Practice makes perfect, buddy.
I think some tactile little like braille dots to tell you which color you're touching would have been really helpful.
There is, but it's only one. They do it on the yellow one so you can feel which one's your middle key.
I don't remember there ever being a dot on the yellow.
I do remember that. I remember there being a dot, but I didn't know that. There's the fact of the day for the stream. I also think that we should finish it there. Do you see it? Can you see it? Oh, yes, you can. You can. Yeah, there's that little.
On the
Little line
circular
right down
ones, I don't
center.
think there was because I remember we could put stickers on them.
Yeah, but if you didn't put the sticker on it, it had it then. And if you did put the sticker over it and you did it properly, you had the little piece.
Hmm.
Well, that's it.
That was episode
We're out,
number 2
boys.
with the B.o.D news crew.
It is always a pleasure.
For any of the
Get
people
Julian in on
who.
this.
Yeah, I bet you he'd join.
I asked him earlier. He said probably not tonight.
Yeah, so that's probably not tonight, but he probably would one night.
Yeah, maybe Thursday.
We gotta start asking people ahead of time, not on the day of, so that people can be like, "Yeah, I'll think about it." Not being
Everyone's
like
stuck at home, what
hour
the fuck are
before,
they
being
doing?
like, "Yo, bitch, hey, do you want to do this in like 30 minutes?" And they're like,
Everyone's stuck
like-
at home. What do they got to do? Put on a shirt?
"Yeah, exactly." People are probably thinking the fact that like if somebody's gonna see this, they gotta look good for it.
I cut my own hair. Fuck, I don't care.
Yeah.
Bars.
Bars. Okay,
I didn't
that
even
was
realize that.
B.O.D.
Yeah.
episode 2.
It's always a
Um,
pleasure.
Going live 7 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Catch us anytime on Mixer. Till
Did you
then,
upload
peace out,
the
boys.
thing to YouTube yet? Episode
Yes, Derek, I did. I did.
Nice. I wonder who the other 30